Hey, this is Liam from Meteor Infant, and I'm chatting to Milky. So, I'm pretty much self-taught. I just kind of started playing bass guitar first in high school when I was like 13, 14. And then I moved on to like acoustic guitar. Basically just went from there, playing with friends in high school in bands. Never studied music, but it's always been my biggest love and passion. And I just wanted to take it even further. Basically the songs all kind of touch on those themes, ancestry, family, place, the houses we grew up in, things like that. So it has kind of like a lot of a nostalgic kind of influence to it. The 5 songs were all definitely influenced by the past growing up and just the things that are kind of really important as time goes on, which is family, friends, spending time with those really valuable kind of people. I think it is an important aspect of my songwriting and my music, just ongoing, to really kind of try to, I guess, express the connections to those things. One of the songs is about my grandmother and thinking about what her life was like growing up. It's important to kind of keep carrying those things forward through my practice. It's definitely been, a huge influence. Growing up in the country, I grew up with a pretty big extended family, and that kind of, I guess, connection to place as well, with all of my family kind of being from that area and having been there for, many generations. It's definitely influenced the way I think about my music and what it means, really. I have a pretty sort of unique process that I've kind of carried through over the years. I kind of start by writing all of my songs on acoustic guitar. I've had this one classical guitar since I was like 13, and I've always loved kind of writing songs on them and kind of, I guess, blueprinting songs on that one guitar. So everything kind of starts on acoustic guitar before it goes to everything else. And I'm kind of really strict about it, like in this kind of weird way. I can't do it any other way now. Like all the songs have to be written first on guitar completely before they can go to any parts or any other kind of elements. So I don't know, I think it's a unique practice. Like sometimes it kind of gives me some grief, but I can't do it any other way now. I like doing it that way. A lot of my influences musically that I've kind of carried through over the years, that have always kind of stuck with me. New influences as well that I've kind of tapped into along the way. Kind of heavily influenced by singer-songwriters, from the past, like sort of really well-known artists like Neil Young or Jackson Browne or Bob Dylan, but a lot of kind of newer artists as well, like Steve Gunn, Riley Walker, people like that. And I've always, I guess, been quite guitar focused in my songs. So in essence, keeping them based around a singer-songwriter structure at their core has always been a big part of what I do. Going back to, I guess, the way I write songs and kind of blueprint them, so to speak, some of the songs are over 2 years old now, but I like to spend a lot of time kind of refining them just with the guitar, just sitting down with the guitar before they even make it to the computer, before they're even like demoed and other things are added. Often that kind of makes my process a bit more long-winded, but I like having a collection of songs that I can just sit down with and play sort of like a live set before, and feel like they're strong enough before I can take them to other elements. So they've been evolving slowly over the past few years. I guess in one of my songs, it's called Where You Are. So one of the lyrics is, "Here in my ancient house, garbage to be thrown out." So I guess that's the lyric that's like connected to the title of the EP, which is Ancient House. To me, I guess it's about, everyday life and how, you know, we all kind of sort of have garbage to take out in a really sort of everyday, boring kind of way. So there's something really kind of unspectacular about it, about life. So it's sort of celebrating those kind of mundane aspects of our lives and, you know, trying to make them more magical. Probably Scarecrow, I think, is the song on the EP that kind of represents it the most. That kind of encompasses it. You know, it was the first single that came out. So I think it has that really introductory kind of element to it. So that's probably the song that I would play first, you know, to somebody or in a live set to introduce these songs. Over the next couple months, I think there'll be some things to announce, but yeah, I'm looking to do some sort of special things to come along with the release of the EP, so that should be really exciting. From the live shows that we've done so far, and there's only been sadly a few of them, you know, with the pandemic, we're focused on having a pretty unique kind of band setup and a pretty, I guess, unique kind of palette. I also play solo as well, which kind of I guess, you know, brings some more range or differentiation to the songs. So they can be definitely really different experiences, whether I'm playing solo, you know, just with an acoustic guitar, or it's like a full band setup. Yeah, hopefully at our shows people can expect an interesting kind of set, and hopefully we can do that really soon. I'd probably say historically Bob Dylan. We have the same birthday as well, which is pretty cool. And then maybe Elliott Smith, if I can have two. Probably somebody really different to myself, like a completely different genre, maybe Stevie Wonder or something. Again, Bob Dylan, maybe the times they are changing, or Neil Young's Harvest, I guess. Maybe some of the Jim Jarmusch films, like, I mean, they're so cool. I mean, you know, they already have amazing soundtracks, so that would be, yeah, amazing. I'm gonna have to go with Hannah. I grew up watching a fair bit of Hannah with my little sister, so underrated Hannah Montana. I'm probably going to say it was Bob Marley, I think. Like, my mum's a big kind of reggae Bob Marley fan, so I would probably just say some of his bangers. I don't know, Get Up, Stand Up. Yeah, something like that. The first kind of like official concert, I say, was Powderfinger. Was that like the Tamworth Entertainment Centre or something? So like I went with a friend and his mum, and like we drove over to see them play. I don't really remember like the set, but I remember being there, like the feeling of the show, so it's kind of stuck with me. I saw Young Fathers play in Sydney a few years ago, and that was an amazing set, so I think off the top of my head that it was probably like a Pink Floyd album or something. Like I had a phase where I was just kind of buying lots of CDs in high school, kind of based off my dad's like favorite artists and stuff. So it was probably like a Pink Floyd CD, maybe like Wish You Were Here or something. Probably Backstreet. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let me think. This street is like such a back street. I don't even know the name of it. Like, it's in Newtown, and it's like behind the Carlisle Castle Hotel. Yeah, killer backstreet. I really like doing like little kind of DIY shows as well. Like I've done a lot of that over the years. And we did one late 2020, and that was, I guess, a really, really nice like time to do a show like that. So off the top of my head, you know, that in recent memory, that was like a really, really fun show to play. Maybe just like some massive mega band like Bon Jovi or something. Like I really like Bon Jovi, so I got to throw it out there. I got to show Bon some love. So someone like that. Like, I don't know, just for the weird experience it would be. Oh, probably Bon Jovi. I mean, if that's got any guilt associated with it, I mean, you know, I know he's not very cool with like indie heads, but yeah, I like a lot of that kind of old school like hair rock stuff. So yeah, I'd probably say that. That is a really good question. I don't know, like, I mean, what comes to mind, I guess, is some artists from the 60s, maybe like Aretha Franklin, or those kinds of like kind of big name artists that kind of shaped like what labels did and what they were for and like what they were meant to do. So yeah, somebody like Aretha. Try not to think too much about everything and just do things because they feel good, and they don't need a lot of thinking. Yeah, I think it was probably like when I first started playing music with other people, like in high school, and you know, when you're just kind of putting together your first band, and it's really exciting, but you kind of like really suck, and but you just feel like the exciting kind of funness of it all, and you just think, well, you know, why shouldn't we just do this forever, kind of thing.